and welcome to Anne's Family Recipe. Today I'm making hot cross buns monkey bread. Today's video is a collaboration with my dear friend Celene from The Recipe Therapist. She has an amazing channel filled with fabulous recipes. I love listening to her talk about food. She has a really soothing voice and she makes everything look and sound delicious. So last year we actually collaborated at Easter time as well. We each made a sausage pie recipe, which I'm going to link for you in my description box below. And Celene asked me this year to do another Easter collaboration, so we each decided to make a sweet breakfast casserole or dish. So Celene is making an incredible sounding French toast casserole, and today I'm sharing a monkey bread recipe, but with an Easter twist. So I added some traditional flavors of hot cross buns, and I iced the monkey bread with little white crosses to mimic what you would see on top of a traditional hot cross bun. So I hope that you love this recipe. When you finish watching my video today, make sure you check my description box below because I'm going to link Celene's channel, The Recipe Therapist. To start, we're going to make our cinnamon sugar mixture. So I'm adding half a cup of granulated sugar with 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon into a mixing bowl, and then I'm adding some traditional spices you would find in hot cross buns. So that's a half a teaspoon of allspice, a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and I'm also adding the zest of 1 orange for a nice citrusy burst of flavor. Next, I sprayed the inside of my 12-cup bundt pan very thoroughly with baking spray. You could also butter it. And then I got out 2 cans of jumbo buttermilk biscuits. I unwrapped these, divided them into individual biscuits, and then cut them into quarters. Now, when I have made monkey bread in the past, it doesn't always call for a little bit of extra butter on the outside of the biscuits, but I find that if you drizzle a little bit over the top, it helps that cinnamon sugar mixture stick a little bit better. Now, the one mistake I made here was that I poured it all over the cold biscuits, and only my first few biscuits had melted butter on them. The rest of them, the butter had solidified, so maybe just do it a little bit at a time, but it really does help that yummy cinnamon sugar and spice mixture stick to your biscuits. So I'm just coating each quarter and then layering it into the bottom of my bundt pan, and in between each layer I'm going to sprinkle some raisins, which is another ingredient commonly found in hot cross buns. You could also use golden raisins, or even dried currants would be traditional too. So I just kept layering on my biscuits, and you can see I sort of just did a quarter of the pan. Normally I would go around the entire bottom layer, but the rest of my family didn't really want raisins in their monkey bread, so I decided to do 1 part with raisins and the rest without. If you have a little bit extra of the cinnamon sugar mixture, definitely sprinkle it all over the top because you don't want any of that to go to waste. Then I'm taking my remaining melted butter, so this is a 1.5 sticks of unsalted butter that's melted and still warm, and I'm adding a cup of brown sugar to this. Clearly, I'm not skimping on the sugar or butter in this recipe. It is so decadent, but so delicious. And then I am pouring this incredible gooey mixture all over the top of my monkey bread, covering every square inch. This monkey bread bakes at 350 degrees for about 30 to 40 minutes. Mine took about 35, and you want it to puff up, get nice and golden brown on top, and not be doughy in the center anymore. While I allow my monkey bread to start to cool, I'm going to make some icing to put on top. This is totally optional, but I thought it was a nice touch to make the top of the monkey bread look like the top of hot cross buns with a little white cross on top. So I just took a half a cup of powdered sugar, added a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and just about a tablespoon of milk. You really want to only add a little bit at a time because this can get runny very quickly, and you want it to be a nice, thick, frosting-like consistency. So just stir it together, add a little bit more milk if you need to, and if it's too thin, you can always add a little bit of powdered sugar to thicken it up again. But you'll see I have this nice thick frosting that I could pipe over top. And this is just a little trick that I use. I know a lot of people do this. Put a sandwich baggie inside a glass and then pour your frosting into the bag, get the air out of it and zip it up, and then you can kind of push the icing into one corner of the bag, and if you snip off the end of the bag with a pair of scissors, you'll have a nice little makeshift piping bag, and you can put any kind of design that you want on top of your monkey bread. I allowed my monkey bread to cool in the pan for about 10 to 15 minutes, then I went around the edge with a knife to help make sure things weren't sticking. Then I used a cake stand. You could just use a regular plate too, but you just want it to have a little bit of a rim since there's sort of that gooey sauce that's gonna fall off. I inverted that onto the bundt pan and then flipped everything over, and almost everything came out cleanly of the pan. You can see there were about 2 little sections that were missing, but it's very easy to kind of piece it back together and it still looks phenomenal. Now, ideally, you would wait until this has cooled completely to frost it, otherwise it's going to melt. Did we have that kind of patience in our family? No, because it smelled so good baking in the oven, we really wanted to dig in. So I grabbed my piping bag, I put the crosses on top, I took photos of it as fast as I could before all the frosting melted into the monkey bread, but it tasted so good, and I think these crosses just add kind of a nice Easter touch. And as you can see here, we dug in and everybody loved it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram at Anne's Family Recipe, and give this video a thumbs up if you like what I made here today. Make sure you check out Celene's video at The Recipe Therapist, which I'll link for you in my description box below. Happy Easter, and I'll see you again soon with another family recipe.